Hi guys, how's it going? I trust you're doing well. So today I want to tell us about two new permanent residence routes that have just been opened by a particular province in Canada. It's very exciting. However, before I dive into that, I really want to talk to a lot of us who are experiencing a lot of difficulties and disappointments in your quest to move to Canada. So some of you have tried, your visas have been denied. A lot of you are getting discouraged. Some of you are even giving up. Some of you applied for study visas, some for visit visas, and you have been refused. And of course, you're hearing all of this news of deportations in Canada. Canada Immigration is doing this, is doing that, is stopping this, is canceling this, is canceling that. And yes, all of that is true. It is discouraging, yeah? It can even make someone stop. But what I want to say to you is that maybe you should pause and then re-strategize, reassess why you want to even Japan in the first place, reassess what your goals are, and if that is something that you really want to do, then take a step back and plan again. There are new routes that are coming up every day. I know that some PMPs have cancelled some of their PMP routes, but it's exciting that even though one window closes, God still opens another one. And if you don't give up, I believe that something will still come up. So I want you to pay particular attention to these two routes. It is for two occupations that are very rampant and you could qualify for it. So don't just watch, like I always say. Watch and take action, and more than anything, keep hope alive. If you can't come to Canada now, you can come some other time. And if you can't even come at all, well, maybe that's God's will. And it's funny that you would hear me say this, but I have to also look at the realities of things and talk to you in that way. I'm not advising you what to do, but I'm just giving my own opinion in terms of what I've seen and what I've heard from people that I speak to every day, even on my consulting, some in the comments, and then some of you that reach out to me with your disappointments, with your tears and all of that. I see all of that, and God does too. But I believe that if you keep going, something is going to open up for you soon. So on August 30th, 2024, Saskatchewan introduced two new permanent residence pathways under their provincial nominee program to address labor shortages in the province's healthcare and agriculture sectors. There is still opportunity for many working in demand sectors in Canada, despite how difficult Canada permanent residence is getting. These new pathways, called the Agriculture Talent Pathway, has like 10 agriculture occupations, and then there's also the Health Talent Pathway, which has up to 44 health-related occupations. And the purpose of this is definitely to attract skilled workers to fill critical positions or critical roles in these provinces. And in this particular province, they are big on healthcare, they are big on agriculture, and of course they've done a critical evaluation, and they do still need people. They do need you in these healthcare occupations. They do need you in these agriculture occupations. So as I show you what this province is and all the provisions they've made, the requirements and all of that, I want you to have faith. Have hope in yourself and have hope in God. I don't want you to give up. If you give up, now you lose. Do you understand? So just re-strategize. Try to follow everything that I'm going to show you and make sure you take action. Because if you don't take action, you keep your hands in your pocket and you do nothing, nothing is going to change. So let me show you what this province is offering. So the province we're talking about is the beautiful province of Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan introduces new immigration streams for agriculture and healthcare workers. So it reads, today the government of Saskatchewan announced two new talent pathways under the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, SIMP, to grow the workforce in the agriculture and healthcare sectors. Okay, agriculture is the backbone of the Saskatchewan economy, and this pathway will enable producers to access the talent that they need to continue feeding the world. Okay, also the new healthcare talent pathway will support the government of Saskatchewan's Health Human Resources or HHR action plan. Yeah, as the health sector is one of the most important sectors, and they want to recruit and retain skilled workers. All healthcare recruitment through the SIP will be consolidated and streamlined under this single stream. So they are saying that every healthcare sector like program that they have will be streamlined under this. So basically they have two new programs, one targeted at agriculture and the other one targeted at healthcare workers. Let's take a look at what the agricultural one case, what the required documents are, what the overview is, and what the requirements to qualify. So this subcategory for agricultural workers is for those who have an approved job offer in Saskatchewan. So you need to actually get an approved job offer. You must meet the criteria in this category, and of course, you must intend to reside in Saskatchewan as a permanent resident. If you don't want to live in Saskatchewan, you don't have to apply for this program. However, all nominees with temporary work permits must reside in Saskatchewan. So that's where you must live. Now let's look at eligibility. If you live outside Canada or you have proof of legal status in Canada, you are not a refugee claimant, then you qualify. So you can live in Canada, you can live outside of Canada at this point. However, you should have a language score, CLB4. Yeah, and they are saying that there are some employers that may require scores that are higher than CLB4. Yeah, so if you want to know what the CLB4 is, I'm going to leave like some details in the description to tell you what you need to get at least in each of the English speaking or writing or reading for you to qualify for CLB4. You must have at least completed secondary school or higher education, have at least 1 year of full-time work experience in the past 3 years in your intended occupation, or 6 months of full-time experience in the job with an employer that has provided you the job approval letter. The work experience does not need to be consecutive work experience in either case. So it doesn't have to be like 1 year at the same time in the past 3 years. So unlike the express entry, you could have had this experience, maybe you had 3 months of it here, 4 months of it here, or 6 months here and 6 months there. If it makes up 1 year, then it qualifies. Yeah, like I said before, you intend to live in Saskatchewan and you have an eligible job offer. Please, you must get that job offer. Employers must register with the FINP to obtain the job approval letter. And now for the agriculture, they have outlined the NOCs or the occupations that qualify, and they have just about 10 livestock laborers, harvesting laborers, nursery and greenhouse laborers, mechanical assemblers and inspectors, laborers in food and beverage processing, process control and machine operators, food and beverage processing. I don't think that any of this is like requires too much of skill that people cannot do. Occupations that require the sponsoring employer to be under one certain NAC, agriculture, forestry, fishing and hunting. If you want to check out what that is, you can click it to find out. Note that this program can change at any time. So who are those that do not apply? I think they stressed it before, they're stressing it again. If you're a refugee claimant in Canada and you're claiming refugee status, you will not be able to apply for this. Of course, if you do not meet all the requirements or you do not prove that you intend to live in Saskatchewan or you've misrepresented yourself, you will not qualify. Even if you did before, they will make you ineligible. How to apply? You just apply on the SIMP website, and that's it. The yellow so you see there, you just click it, create an account, complete all the sections, plan and upload your completed documents, yeah, and submit your application. And they will get back to you. It's basically the same thing for the healthcare. Same process of applying. The eligibility requirements are also the same in terms of having a skilled job offer in Saskatchewan, as well as your intention to reside in this province. Yeah. For this one, you must have an English or CLB score with at least CLB5, yeah, which is like 1 point higher than that for the agriculture. You must also, if you're applying in Saskatchewan, then you must currently be working. It's the same thing in terms of the work experience and all of that. Be eligible for Saskatchewan licensing. It is applicable to your occupation. Have at least that secondary school, post-secondary education in this case. So have a post-secondary education that relates to the job you're being offered. Yeah, so it's either a master's or a bachelor's or a 3-year degree at a university or college, or a diploma that requires 2 years at the university. So for this one, you need to have post-secondary education. Unlike the agriculture, you just need to have gone to secondary school. This one, you need to have done something that is post-secondary. And of course, you intend to live in Saskatchewan. And then when it comes to the NOC or the occupations, there are lots more for the health, which is not surprising. So they have dentists, veterinaries, pharmacists, psychologists, chiropractors, physiotherapists, occupational therapists. They have physicians. Of course, they have nurse practitioners, nursing coordinators and supervisors, dental hygienists. So they have all of this. Massage therapists as well, home support workers, caregivers, and related occupations, which is one area I know a lot of people are interested in. Nurses, aides, orderlies, patient service associates. So all of this they have, yeah. And of course, you can always check if your knock, is here, and if it is, then you qualify. So they have non-express entry, and they also have express entry route. So for the express entry, they are only going to accept those who are already in the express entry pool. Those are the only people that are eligible. Now, if for the non-express entry stream, you don't have to be in the express entry pool for that one. Yeah, and this is the importance of just being in the pool. Like, you don't know what could happen, so you need to have a valid express entry profile and a job seeker code. All of that you have when you jump into the express entry pool. But of course, you need a CLB 7 or higher to be in the express entry. So you might want to do the non-express entry if you don't have up to CLB 7 in your English or French. And then if you're applying from inside or outside Canada, have at least 1 year of skilled work experience in the past 5 years in your intended operations. Yeah. So guys, you can settle down and just go ahead and read all of this and see how it applies to you. The following high-skilled health occupations are eligible through this stream. So just the way that there were occupations for the non-express entry stream, there are also a list of occupations for the express entry streams as well. They have here other assisting occupations in support of health services, which is like a broad umbrella that I guess basically could mean anything. But if you go to the NOC code and you try and look at it, you'll find out what that means. So if you're a massage therapist, other practitioners of natural healing. I don't know what this is, but maybe if you're doing natural healing or something like that, selling a bowl or making a bowl or something, I don't know. But I want to look at the NOC and find out what this is. Yeah. Of course, those people who cannot apply, again, refugee claimants cannot apply. If you do not provide the required documents, you don't prove that you want to live and work in Saskatchewan. And then, of course, you prove it by telling them about the province or by saying why you love Saskatchewan, making a promise that you're going to stay there. How to apply, of course, is the same thing. Apply on the SINP website. Create an account. It is very simple to create an account. You just create that account, complete all the sections. Some of you may already have had an account in the past. If you have, just simply log in. If you don't, you come to this page. This is the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, and you just start creating an account. It's basically simple things the way you would usually create an account. It will ask you about yourself, and then you talk about yourself. You are choosing the SIMP applicant to expression of interest candidate. You click continue. That's where you start creating a username, create a password, first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, and email address. You submit that, and the form goes on and on asking you all the questions. Yes, there's no need. I know it's something you can easily do, so I don't want to go through it here with you. It will make the video too long, and there's absolutely no need for that. You guys have filled a lot of these forms. This is just a basic form that anybody who has ESCO can actually fill out. One thing I want to say though, when you are reaching out to employers for these jobs, make sure that you're sending in a Canada-style CV, you're sending in a cover letter, you're meeting all the requirements as well, and you are applying on time. Yeah, don't waste any time. Okay. Now, by the time you start filling out that form, some of the things they will ask you are your identity, your work experience, your academic credentials, and your language ability. They might also ask you for other documents that are not here, but these are usually the documents that they ask, because these are the documents, that prove that you have all the things that you say you have. If you say you have certain work experience or you have certain English language or French language score, this is where you're going to prove it. And of course, you have to show the job offer letter that you have from that employer that is based in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan also has a website where you can find out about jobs in Saskatchewan. You can go to that website, because now whatever job you're getting, you need to be getting it from employers in Saskatchewan, nowhere else. And one of the best places when it comes to looking for a job for Saskatchewan is this website called SASK Jobs. And I'm going to also leave leave a link to it in the description. Before I go on, if you want Canada style professionally written CV and cover letters, kindly contact canadajobcv@yahoo.com. I'm going to leave their link, their email address right here on the screen and also in the description. Reach out to them, tell them you are from Sheyi Obasi, tell them you're for me, they will give you a 10% discount. Yeah, so even if you have to make that sacrifice of getting them to, reformat your CV for you and maybe getting to write a cover letter for you, and thereafter you can, adjust it if you want to apply to a lot more jobs, it is worth doing it, trust me. So when you come to this website, of course, you can register as a job seeker so that they can be sending you, job alerts when there are new jobs. Yeah. You can also search by region. So all of these places, different places in Saskatchewan, you can search for jobs by occupation. Yeah. I think that's like the easiest thing to do, just search by occupation. And then when you come here, you see so many jobs: personal support worker, diagnostic medical sonographer, registered primary technician, and a lot of these, I think, are also in that list of healthcare, occupations that are indicated that, this program is for. Nutritionist, I know I saw that, nurse manager, healthcare aide, all of this. And if you look at the dates, these jobs, I'm recording this video on September 10th, 2024, and there's jobs here posted September 10th with it's a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 jobs just for one day. And I know that more employers are going to be posting here. So make sure, please, that you're checking here. If you're checking in health, check. These are occupations restricted to health. If you want to check on agriculture, of course, do the same. Check on agriculture. But don't be lazy and don't get tired and say, I'm not checking or I'm tired. You might be tired, but if this is something you want to do, you have to keep at it. You have to keep going. You have to put your best foot forward. Don't forget that there are many people seeing these videos. There are many people that know about these opportunities. So they are not waiting for you. Every other person is getting themselves ready, putting their best foot forward. And it's a dog-eat-dog situation. So you need to put your own best foot forward here and just hope and pray for the best. You won't disqualify yourself just before you try. Okay, please, guys. So all the links to this will be in the description. Take time out, maybe this weekend or sometime. Go through all of the links, register for the jobs so that you start getting the alerts anytime they post jobs and you are one of the first people that applies. Okay, please do that. So guys, as you can see, it's not difficult to do. The only thing is that you actually do need a job offer to qualify for this route. So you need to get on it. Work on your CV, work on your cover letter. I'm going to leave the email address of professional CV writers. Please contact them. Tell them you're from Sheyi Obasi. They will give you a 10% discount. Or you do need that Canada style CV that they can do for you. And please always include a cover letter. Never ever send your application with a cover letter. They will do both a CV and a cover letter for you. And honestly, if you want to see more opportunities about moving in Canada and some routes that you can also take advantage of at this time, make sure you check out this video that I'm going to leave up here. It has a lot of details of some other routes that you can use. Guys, like I said before, and I'm sounding like a broken record, don't give up on yourself because God hasn't given up on you. And don't give up on God as well. Yeah, so it's going to work out well. It's going to work out at the end of the day. But like I said before, make sure you have a professional CV, a professional cover letter. Check out this email that I've left here. Speak to them. They will help you work on your CV and cover letter. And don't ever give up. Don't watch these videos and just go away and do nothing. Make sure you're doing something. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel to grow, and I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye for now.